Keanu Reeves is more than just a Hollywood star. Over the years, his name has come to represent something rare in the world of fame: humility, kindness, and quiet strength. While films like The Matrix turned him into a global icon and John Wick proved his brilliance as an action hero, it is often his humanity that people admire most. Keanu carries himself with a gentleness that feels almost unfamiliar in an industry known for ego and excess. Behind his calm presence is a life shaped by loss, resilience, and an enduring effort to find meaning even through heartbreak. His journey is not just one of success, but of surviving, healing, and continuing to give to others despite personal pain. A childhood defined by movement and absence. Keanu Charles Reeves was born on September 2, 1964, in Beirut, Lebanon, a place filled with cultural intersections and history. His name, meaning cool breeze over the mountains in Hawaiian, reflected the heritage of his father, Samuel Nolan Reeves Jr. Yet his father would soon become more absence than presence, leaving when Keanu was only 3 years old. Raised by his mother, Patricia Taylor, an English costume designer and performer, Keanu grew up without the stability many children take for granted. His childhood was marked by constant relocation: Sydney, New York, Toronto, never allowing him to settle into one place long enough to feel rooted. Stepfathers came and went, each departure reinforcing the lesson that nothing in life was permanent. In the middle of all this motion, Keanu relied on grandparents and caretakers who provided small moments of steadiness, creating fragile islands of comfort in an otherwise shifting world. School struggles and the search for belonging. Keanu's school years were not easy. He struggled with dyslexia, making reading and academics feel like constant battles. Moving from one school to another only added to his sense of disconnection. Eventually, he was expelled from one institution for being too outspoken and energetic, labeled as unruly rather than understood. Yet even in these struggles, Keanu found places where he could breathe. Hockey became one of his first refuges, where he played as a goalie and earned the nickname The Wall. Standing between the posts, he learned how to endure pressure and protect others from impact, a metaphor that would echo throughout his life. Acting soon became another sanctuary, offering him a way to step into other lives, other emotions, and temporarily escape the uncertainty of his own. For Keanu, performance was never about attention. It was about survival and belonging. The leap into Hollywood and early breakthrough. At just 17, Keanu left Toronto for Los Angeles, carrying little more than determination. Life in Hollywood was harsh and uncertain. He slept on couches, worked odd jobs, and faced rejection after rejection. Auditions became a cycle of hope and disappointment, yet he persisted. His first paycheck for a small role in Youngblood felt like proof that he could make something of himself. Then came Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure in 1986, a role that became iconic because Keanu brought sincerity and charm to what could have been simple comedy. Audiences connected with his authenticity. Soon after, films like Point Break and Speed cemented him as a rising action star. Yet even as fame arrived, his personal life continued to remind him that success could not shield him from pain. Friendship, connection, and deep loss. Keanu's friendships have always mattered deeply to him, perhaps because stability was scarce in his early life. One of his closest bonds was with actor River Phoenix. They shared a dislike for Hollywood superficiality and supported each other creatively and emotionally. But in 1993, River Phoenix died suddenly at only 23 years old. Keanu was devastated. The loss was a brutal reminder of life's fragility, leaving him shaken and withdrawn. It was one of the first profound heartbreaks that shaped his emotional depth. Keanu learned that grief does not disappear. It becomes something you carry quietly. Even as the world expected him to continue smiling for cameras, he was learning how to live with sorrow. Family devotion and quiet sacrifice. Through personal challenges, Keanu's devotion to family remained unwavering. In 1991, his sister Kim was diagnosed with leukemia. Keanu stepped into the role of caretaker without hesitation. He stayed close, supported her through treatments, and made her well-being his priority for years. When the Matrix brought him massive wealth, he donated millions to leukemia research, creating a foundation without attaching his name. He preferred silent action over public recognition. When Kim eventually went into remission, it became one of the few moments where love and persistence brought light after darkness. Keanu's care for his sister revealed the true core of his character. Compassion rooted in loyalty, not performance. Heartbreak that changed everything. Tragedy struck again in 1999 when Keanu's girlfriend, Jennifer Syme, gave birth to their stillborn daughter, Ava Archer. Syme Reeves. The loss was unbearable, reshaping Keanu's world completely. Grief placed an enormous strain on their relationship, and though they tried to endure, sorrow became overwhelming. Then only weeks later, Jennifer died in a car accident. Keanu attended her funeral carrying the weight of losing both his child and the woman he loved in such a short span of time. These tragedies could have broken him entirely. Instead, they deepened his empathy and shaped the quiet gentleness that people would later recognize as his defining trait. Fame without losing humanity. Despite unimaginable heartbreak, Keanu continued working, not to escape grief, but to coexist with it. The Matrix turned him into a global superstar, and decades later, John Wick reintroduced him as an action legend. Yet Keanu's lifestyle remained modest. He rode the subway, walked through cities unnoticed, and treated strangers with kindness. Stories of his generosity became almost mythical, giving motorcycles to stunt teams, sharing bonuses with crew members, and ensuring that the people behind the scenes were recognized. His fortune was enormous, yet he lived simply, proving that wealth meant little compared to human connection. For Keanu, success was never about accumulation, but about impact. Finding love again. With grace. Later in life, Keanu found companionship with artist Alexandra Grant. Their relationship, built on years of friendship and shared creativity, became public in 2019. Unlike many Hollywood romances, theirs felt grounded, quiet, and sincere. Alexandra did not complete him. She simply walked beside him, encouraging wholeness rather than dependency. Together, they modeled a love that was mature, respectful, and free from performance. Keanu's story showed that healing does not mean forgetting, but learning to live fully while carrying the past with dignity. A legacy of kindness and connection. Keanu Reeves is often admired not only for his roles, but for the way he moves through life. His generosity is not loud or performative. It is natural, shaped by years of loss and empathy. He donates quietly, mentors younger actors, and treats people with respect regardless of status. He has become proof that kindness still exists, that fame does not have to corrupt, and that heroism can be found in everyday compassion. His life demonstrates that strength is not aggression, but the ability to remain gentle in a harsh world. Resilience through perspective and gratitude. What makes Keanu extraordinary is his resilience. He acknowledges life's fragility and the inevitability of suffering, yet he continues to engage with the world openly. He meets fans with warmth, lives without pretension, and carries humility that feels rare in modern celebrity culture. Keanu has turned personal grief into empathy, personal wealth into generosity, and personal hardship into quiet wisdom. His story teaches that surviving is not passive, it is a daily act of courage and intention. The quiet hero the world needed. Now in his 60s, Keanu Reeves stands as a symbol of perseverance and grace. He has endured losses that would overwhelm most people, yet he continues to show kindness, patience, and integrity. His heroism is not defined by defeating villains on screen, but by choosing compassion in real life. He reminds us that gentleness is not weakness, but strength in its purest form. In a world often obsessed with spectacle, Keanu proves that quiet humanity leaves the deepest mark. Conclusion: a life of meaning beyond fame. Keanu Reeves' journey is not just a Hollywood story, it is a human story. From a childhood marked by absence and instability, to global fame, to devastating personal tragedies, Keanu has lived through extremes that could have hardened him. Instead, they softened him, shaping a man known for empathy, generosity, and humility. His life reminds us that grief can coexist with kindness, that success means little without compassion, and that true legacy is measured not in awards, but in lives touched. Keanu Reeves teaches that even through heartbreak, it is possible to remain tender, present, and deeply human. His story is proof that strength is quiet, courage is daily, and kindness endures long after fame fades.